Hello Hasbro fans, this is Sephiroth Destroyers, back again with yet another Star Wars action figure review, and taking a look at the Clone Wars figure from Wave 3 of 2012 to carry off where we left off with Phase 2 Clone Commander Wolf. This time it is Scuba Ahsoka Tano, or Ahsoka in her scuba gear, whichever term you prefer. Technically it is Ahsoka in scuba gear because that's what it really says on the packaging. And speaking of which, here it is. Of course, you have the ever-present Darth Maul logo. Almost at this stage now, looking forward to the Yoda thing this year because that will be something different. I kind of like the Maul logo and all, but it kind of looks a bit old. I mean, Maul's been really overhyped and all, so starting to not like the logo so much. Anyway, you do get an image of Ahsoka in her scuba gear there. Pretty nice image. And I at this stage here read the back of the packaging, the description. I almost don't want to today because with this figure because it's just absolute abomination. I'm going to read out and I'm going to say why it's so stupid now afterwards. Ahsoka fights Aqua droids in the waters of Kamino when Separatists attack the Republic's cloning facility. With spinning lightsaber strikes, Ahsoka battles her way past the underwater droids to reach Tapoka City, where she leaps into the fight to stop the enemy's assault. If you know your Clone Wars facts right, you will know Ahsoka was not in the Kamino duology back in season 3, and certainly wasn't a scuba gear either. And Tapoka City is on Kamino, yeah, but this is on Calamari that Ahsoka was in. That's really stupid. I mean, Hasbro, if you're gonna write a description on the back of a figure, you might as well get it right. Otherwise, there's just no point. I mean, look at the vintage collection. They don't even bother, writing proper descriptions of each figure on the back of the packaging. Therefore, there's no way, really, they can get it wrong. And, well, they got this absolutely wrong, which is really stupid. So, Hasbro, get it right, or just don't write a description at all. You do have a prototype image of the figure there. The face, I have to say, actually looks so much worse in the prototype image than it does on the actual final figure. You get a picture over there of her demonstrating the kid feature, which is the lightsaber launcher, which I'll talk about more soon. You get a really nice image of Scuba Ahsoka on Mon Calamari, Hasbro, not Kamino. And this figure is Clone Wars 15. I actually forgot to mention Wolf's number in the last review. That one is Clone Wars 17. Other figures recently released include Ayla Secura, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Clone Commander Wolf, who is our last review, and the Training Super Battle Droid, who we will be reviewing after this one tomorrow. Packings included dice, stand, and of course your stupidity card. Pretty nice image, I have to say, even though it's photoshopped like most of them are. What would we do without those stupid packings, huh? Yeah, I'll take a look at the accessories first. So here is that lightsaber launcher. It's a direct repaint of the one with the earlier Anakin figure released in January, but this time with a green, This thing is now green instead of blue. I did think from looking at pictures of it, and this was one of the reasons I didn't get the Anakin figure for myself. Well, there were other reasons, of course. Is the fact that it looked really bad, and I even thought this thing is almost as bad as the propulsion pack, but it's the second worst accessory in the line. Having now got it, I can definitely say I was right. This is the second worst accessory in the line. It's absolutely horrible. It's not as bad as a propulsion pack, because that would just be impossible. That pack is just absolutely atrocious. So yeah, just try and show you the green part away from this effect. I'll show you the actual launching thing first. So it launches like that. I have problems like getting the thing on so I can fire, but no, I really don't want to demonstrate anyway. It would be a waste of time, spending too much time on what is easily a crap accessory, really. I mean, all the accessories in this figure I'm really happy with. There's 7 in total accessories, and this is the only one I absolutely have no liking for. The others are all good accessories, but that one is just an absolute piece of junk, has to be said. Scuba Ahsoka does come with a pair of flippers. I think they're different to the Scuba clones ones. I haven't actually taken a look at the Scuba clone in a while, but I don't believe the Scuba clone ones had peg holes, you know, these on them. I believe they just slipped into the Scuba clone's foot, but this one you actually have to peg on. Very easy to do, so doesn't take much effort. So just demonstrate one. There you have it. Scuba Ahsoka has her flippers on for underwater battle, and just slip the other one on now, and there we have it. So very easy to get on, looks really cool, definitely adds a lot to the figure. Just get rid of both lighters, actually one of them really fell off. So yeah, and the other accessory which really helps it to be a scuba gear figure is the diving mask or a breathing helmet, whichever term you prefer. It also fits on really easily onto the figure and looks really good. It really makes her look like she's ready for water fighting. Calamari Hasbro. And she also has an oxygen tank. Can't really believe I thought from the first pictures that these were binoculars, because that wouldn't really have made sense, would it? But it does look pretty cool. Good accessory. Fits easily onto the back, providing you put on before the mask. And you get 2 lightsabers. Her new shoulder, which was seen in the last figure, and her long lightsaber, which has been an Effie Ahsoka figure. And I have to say, I'll just give you a comparison now to last year's Ahsoka figure. In terms of detail, the new Ahsoka Scuba version wins by far, I have to say. But in every other aspect, articulation, accessories, this Ahsoka wins. But the Scuba Ahsoka is actually a really great figure in terms of detail. I think personally is among the very best detailed figures of the line. The detail is absolutely stunning on this figure, especially on the face. Just all over, the detail is absolutely amazing. It's an absolutely phenomenally detailed figure. The problem is really, the only problem, well, except for the Stuart Lightsaber launcher, is the absolutely abysmal articulation. I mean, you will have seen my last review on Phase 2 Wolf. That figure's articulation was abysmal. The Ahsoka figure here's articulation is actually slightly worse, and I'll show you why now. You get a ball-jointed head. Doesn't really have much movement though, not as much as the previous Ahsoka head. Well, it didn't have much movement either, but slightly more in this one. Ball hinged shoulders and elbows, again no swivel wrists, but not even a swivel waist this time, which kind of bizarre and really stupid. And I actually think a swivel waist now is kind of important and just takes away a lot more movement, like for the figure to turn and all. I mean, just actually go back to the Phase 2 Wolf actually. Look how much movement it has. Look how far it can turn, you know, with that swivel waist. I think it kind of, if you're planning a stop motion series like me, a swivel waist could actually take a lot of potential movement out of the figure. And you also get swivel hips as well. So my calculations, that's 7 points of articulation, only just about more than what was in Power of the Force 2. in the 1990s. That's really disappointing, has to be said. And actually just give her her lightsabers. The swivel wrist really, lack of swivel wrist really do take a lot out of this figure. It really limits how much you can pose a figure with the lightsabers and all. Like I said in the Phase 2 Off review, I actually don't think ankles are a necessary articulation, but you know, they are cool for really awesome characters releases figures. But I think knees are necessary enough for figures to stand up, but you know, I don't know. But as far as detail goes, this Ahsoka's the best. As far as everything else goes, articulation accessories is not the best. So, you know, it is the best of the wave, has to be said. Easily beats the Super Battle Droid and Wolf, Phase 2 Wolf. I give it, I'd say, 7 or 7.5 out of 10. The only flaws I have are the terrible articulation and the lightsaber launcher accessories. So it is a fairly decent figure. If you go buy just one from this wave, I would have to say this one because it is easily the best. And Ahsoka figures are pretty unique in a way because, you know, not really getting any other Togruta figures, and all Ahsoka figures seem to be unique in their own way because they just are all newly tooled and look different from the others. But really cool figure. I do recommend it, even though the articulation is absolutely terrible. But you know, what can you do? You're either going to have to leave the Clone Wars line or buy these figures with bad articulation, to be honest. That's the state the line is in for now. Anyway, that concludes Scuba Ahsoka's review. Tomorrow, concluding the May wave of Clone Wars figures for 2012, or Wave 3, whichever term you prefer. We've got the Training Simulator Super Battle Droid, so I will have a lot to talk about as far as this figure goes. So stay tuned for that review coming tomorrow, and may the Force be with you, and happy hunting.